Hi everybody, Mark Hanna here, Wisdom Gaming. Back to you after a couple of week hiatus. Unscripted, unapologetic, uncensored, and psychologically immune to social scoring manipulation. I'm Grecian Formula. So what am I talking about today? Well, we're back to Waterloo, trying to catch up with you after a couple of days. It's a couple of weeks really. It's been a pretty hectic time for me with some new gigs that came on. It was just too much to try to do a video a week. So catching up though, I was able to do some playing. So as I promised you here, what you're going to see is the start of the 5 p.m. turn. I've got 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. turns played. 5 p.m. was a relatively short turn. I'm going to highlight some features of this turn. As you can see right here, the 6th Corps for the French has taken on a defensive position around here, whereas the 2nd Corps is still trying to take La Haye. No, I'm sorry, that's Hougoumont, right? Basically, what you have is these 5 points here: Hougoumont, La Haye Sainte, Papayette, the church, Place Noire Church, and then up here, Mers, I think it is. These are the 5 key areas that are being fought for. Possible other objectives are also here, La Belle-Lyons, and up here, yes, of course, that's Mont Saint-Jean. Sorry for the hesitation there. I'm trying to reorient myself. So, that's what you get for being unscripted around here. Okay, so the 1st French Corps is still trying to attack here and here. They have a hope of getting them, although it's becoming more slim, as I'll explain to you that what's going to be happening on the coalition side. The Guard, here's the Guard Cavalry. They're set up here. Not really a good idea to use cavalry to screen terrain, but that's what they've got right now. Coming down here from this direction is a cavalry group trying to basically fill in this gap. The Prussian cavalry has been more or less destroyed. Okay, so the Guard is still moving up, so they're in a geographical order situation. On the other side of things, we've got more or less a stalemate here. Now, I wonder why that does that. I think it's because it's a marker. Yeah, okay. Right, so anyway, we're going to see some divisions here come up to attack to try to save La Haye Sainte. Sorry, Hougoumont. You're going to try to save this. And you're going to see these guys coming down here, more or less trying to push on their 1st Corps. Of course, the Prussians will be coming in, heading that way, and these Prussians over here will also be heading that way. So that's what we had here at this time for the 5th turn, but at 6 p.m. you'll see not much actually happened. You did see the press forward of these guys here, and they are trying to relieve Hougoumont. Hougoumont has stood, and the 5 p.m. term was relatively short, and that's why you're not seeing a lot. You unpaint these, you can see not much really happened here. I think there was one assault the French tried to do here on Papayette, another one here, failed. They were not able to get those. And the Prussians weren't really able to. They actually didn't start anything here at all. Nothing happened here. And really, the guard didn't move either. We just completely ran out of time at the 6 p.m. turn. So from 5 to 6, not a lot was happening. So some things have changed now. So after this 6 p.m. turn, here's the start of the 7 p.m. turn. And what you'll see here is that there's been a lot of devastation. The French really pushed back hard on these guys. You can see this green division, which is, not a very good description of it. But the green division that had pushed up to here has completely routed, and they're all the way back here now. You'll see that this French cavalry division has pulled back and is now attacking the flanks of this British penetration. These guys are heading this way. And the British cavalry, right here, and here, they're all coming up to regroup at this position. And they actually will now have orders to attack through to Belle-Alliance. So, what's happening here, this division here is also attacking towards Belle-Alliance. These guys are going to be attacking towards Papillote. This division is attacking towards the supply area. And finally, this last division coming in at 7, I'm not so sure they'll actually make it to the battle. They'll also be coming in. However, on the French side, these guys have been released due to sort of a vacuum created by the cavalry, the British cavalry, leaving that area. They're going to try to take that. So you can see I've now put 3 dots on Merbe, because it's going to be at risk. However, at Hougoumont, I've taken the risk level down to only 1 pip. The Second Corps has been demoralized. They've taken so many losses. They're going to backtrack to here. And you can see there's been a little bit of pressure, but that battle has yet to start, and it's going to be starting in earnest while these guys come around this side. So, we're liable to see quite a bit of action. You can see that the 3rd Cavalry never moved yet. It's going to try to come back down here. And as I said before, this British cavalry and these guys are going to start pressing forward towards Belle-Alliance. So at the moment, you can see that the current score is relatively close. The French have 450 casualty points now. They actually recuperated and did some tough damage to the 1st British Corps and some other troops. And didn't take as many in return, but the 2nd Corps is in devastated state. So basically, we're going to see an attack this way, French cav attack this way, the British cav are coming down this way, and pressure like this. We got 3 hours left to this battle. It should be a pretty exciting finish. We have a very close game. If one of these areas, when I say areas, let me go ahead and number them again. These victory point areas here, probably not this one. Still a chance for 2nd Corps to take these 2, but I don't think it'll happen. But we have Belle-Alliance at risk now, and of course Papillote Church. So each of these positions is a 120-point swing. So, for example, if Papillote Church down here is taken by the Prussians from the Guard, which could be tough to do, well, at least I anticipate that it's tough to do. I don't have any personal experience trying to take on the Guard yet in this game, but I'm looking forward to it. So, that's pretty much the situation here. Yes, the French supply center down here It's off map, but it's underneath these icons here. But basically, a lot happening around here for the 7 p.m. start. So should be an exciting turn. We'll see if it lasts a few rounds instead of, if it's like 5 o'clock, maybe not much will happen. So, but the allies really, the coalition needs to get going now. The pressure's actually on them. Now, to win a marginal victory, you have to have 10% more victory points. But I think a capture of any one of these points, of these areas, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, will swing the battle so it is more than 10%. Plus, there's going to be casualties on the way. So it's an exciting finish here. Finish in the sense it's still 3 hours to go. Let's go ahead and show you the orders cards. That's what I love about this game. You got to make the orders happen. So here, let's focus on the coalition first. Coalition's got three, let's say 3 formations here. Here comes the cavalry. They're ordered to come here. I've got a bunch of guys on defense. These remnant divisions that are demoralized are going to have to defend against the 6th Corps. Can't lose that. Okay. And then you can see the Prussians' attack is coming here this way on the orders chart. For the French orders chart, here you can see where I've placed the attack for the 6th Corps coming like this. 3rd Corps heading over this way. That's the Cavalry Corps. The 1st is still trying to take La Haye Sainte and Papillote. Why not? You can see the 4th Cav is just in a standby position, really. And the guards are here trying to come up, so they're not yet in a defensive position. No defensive positions yet so far for the French. So we'll see what happens. All right, thanks for listening. Again, my apologies for not being a little bit more frequent in reporting back to you on this. I'm also going to apologize to the ASL people because actually I don't have time for ASL right now. This game is so much more interesting. Why? I think I've explained in another video. The command control is amazing. It's not a chit pool system. I think a chit pool system for movement is quite contrived. Instead of it's an order activation system, you have to roll less than your leader's morale to move them that particular activation phase. If not, you got to try somebody else. This makes the game a lot more dynamic than any chit pool system, certainly more dynamic than any ASL game can be related to command control. And don't get me wrong, ASL is still a great game. I've got tons of it over here, played it for years and years. But this satisfied an itch that ASL cannot scratch because the command control functions in this game and the lack thereof in ASL. So my apologies, ASLers. I encourage you to check out this series. This is the Waterloo game. There's an Austerlitz game, Quatre Bras, and Ligny. These were 2 dual battles fought initially as Napoleon crossed the border on his way to his demise, his fate at Waterloo. All right, folks. So thanks for listening. Hit the like button if you liked it. If you have any comments, please leave them. Happy to take comments. And, yeah, look forward to hearing from you guys. And thanks for watching. Take care.